Let's talk more then about the Langa township in Cape Town turning 100 years old this year. We're joined by Edu-Plett chairperson Luthando Kolwapi. A very good evening to you, sir. Grateful for your time. At Langa township, not known to many people, I suppose, outside of the Western Cape, but it is quite a big deal where you are. It's a place that birthed even the biggest musicians, such as Brenda Fassie in South Africa.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Thembekile, for having me today, and greetings to the viewers and happy Human Rights Day. No, definitely. Langa Township is one of the cornerstones, of township and modern township living in the Western Cape. It's not only just about, the cultural relevance of the artists that come from there, but the importance of it strategically within the Western Cape with, migration labor moving from Eastern Cape all the way to Western Cape. And this has created like a culture and a hot mix of different clans of the Xhosa, so Langa is very relevant and very key when it comes to the history of South Africa. So as today is celebrating 100 years, it is quite, a proud moment in a sense of that from where it has come from with regards to apartheid and post-apartheid. There has been some improvements, of course, but there's a long way to still get right. And
are you able, Luthando, to speak to us about those issues? Areas where you say there's still a lot more to get right, especially in the context of today being a holiday marking Human Rights Day in South Africa.
No, definitely. So today is obviously Human Rights Day, and, we always have to reflect and ask ourselves, what does this mean? What does human rights mean? And human rights is basically the laws, the standard of living that is appropriate for people to have a just life. And this is obviously varies across different types of laws. And under the South African Constitution, that is covered under the Bill of Rights. However, when it comes to South Africa, and specifically in townships in South Africa, I've identified three sectors that I feel like there's an area of growth and area of improvement. And one of those is the right to work in a just and favorable condition, the right to have an adequate standard of living, and the right to education. Let me, of course, start with the right to work in a just, favorable conditions. We all know that townships at the current moment are lacking in terms of formalization and having industries that are within townships. Township economies need to be developed in order to create jobs within the townships. We need to do away with the structure of the apartheid structure where black people have to get out of township in order to access services and go to towns. We need to bring those services close to people, specifically in terms of shopping, in terms of having those industries within the townships.
And are you seeing that work begin?
Sorry?
Are you seeing that work now getting underway? I mean, today there was the mayor, Jordan Hill-Lewis, speaking, but are politicians, and have politicians over the years, kept their promises, and are things changing for the better?
No, they definitely are improving. I mean, the situation now is just we need to get an acceleration of this type of services, specifically economic services. When it comes to government services, those services are there, specifically, hospitals, schools, those type of services are there, police stations. Western Cape, has one of sort of the best access to services. But now we need to just move away to only just government services, but instead of industrialization of services, where people are able to go do their shopping. People are able to go pay, let's say for DStv within, in the township. You must not leave to go and access services, especially the modern type of services. So we need those shopping centers. We need those malls coming into the township. You look at Soweto. Soweto has become sort of this beacon of where township economy should be going towards. We need that type of industrialization getting into other, townships such as Langa, Nyanga, Khayelitsha, and many more. It's not only the ones that are close to cities, but even the smaller ones need to have access to those services. So that's where I think we still have to improve with regards to that.
Luthando Kolwapi, good to speak to you, chairperson at Edu-Plett. Thank you for your time tonight.